What's up guys, my name's Flamingice and welcome back actually to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. It's been a hot minute since we last played this game. Mostly because I've been really swamped with work, and last episode Sayaka apparently died, though I'm not really convinced because there seems to be a whole lack of, like, you know, blood and other shit. There are shards of glass scattered across the chair that Sakura is sitting on. The glass is all red and tops and bottoms a section of a bottle, right? It must have originally been a bottle. Alright, so likely she was whacked in the head with a bottle is my guess. Or she whacked someone else with the head. There's also a Danganronpa chess piece? Okay. It's a Monokuma figure. Okay, well, I'm not really sure where that's gonna go, but I'm sure it'll play some sort of importance, like, oh, Monokuma was in the room and he killed her. Protein Zyme X. Some kind of plastic container here. Looks like a protein drink. Sakura probably drank it. Maybe it was poisoned though. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. Wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But it still could mean something, right? It says Chem A2. Reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of health stuff, so maybe she got it from the Chem lab.
Just a second.
That's strange. What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Glass? Yeah, no shit. They must be part of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they're not scattered all around the area, they're underneath the can. So clearly, the can was dropped after someone stepped in the glass or something. Can't say for sure, but you're probably gonna take note of it. Kyoko, why do you always act like some Sherlock Holmes type? See, I don't get it. Like, she always acts like such a smart ass, like, oh, I know the answer, but you figure it out, Makoto, because I want you to figure it out. Like, what is the point of that? Just then don't pretend like you know it, right? Because you also have a vested interest in getting us the fuck out of here. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, you know, I reserve my judgment before or until after the case ends. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? Okay, Aoi, bring out the account. If I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she left off on her own. When I saw her again, she told me she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. Why would she do that, though? By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. This is what happened. If I stopped her, by force even, this would have never happened. Hina, don't be putting all this shit on yourself. It's definitely not you. I mean, like, Sakura probably just wanted to kill herself and told these other three folk that she was. And this is how they're gonna get their ticket out. But the fact that she asked those three to meet her, and that at that point she died, might be kind of suspicious. Alright, let's... Okay, I tried to click on the mahjong table, but apparently it did not work. Yeah, this is a weird hitbox. Like, look at this hitbox. The thing is here, but the hitbox goes to here. What about this? What's on the ground here? Handkerchief? Wrapper. Burger King wrapper. Do you recognize it, Hina? I knew it. It must be Toko. She was working with that fake beef. Sakura gets super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. Why would you think candy would calm someone down? It would stimulate her. Dumbass? Come on, Al, you're better than this. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much. I mean, you never even gave me one. Now they've all lost their flavor. Hina. Damn, Hina, stop making everything so depressing. She ate the candy, obviously. Maybe it was poison. Aoi, did you? No way. I wouldn't believe it. There's no chance Aoi killed her. There's bloodstain from the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. It's so far away from the rest of the crimes. Scene of the crime. Okay, well, that is something to keep track of. I think that's signs of a struggle here. Clearly. Alright, what else do we got? We could look at Sakura herself, I guess. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting stumped forward. It's obviously that she got hit in the head with something. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what happened, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood, which is an odd detail. So what? It would be the protein drink or the candy. One of the two were poisoned. Was poisoned. The Monokuma file specifically said that she hadn't suffered any other injuries. So that's interesting. So she must have been poisoned, right? Otherwise, why would she be vomiting blood? Not a chance. What do you mean? Byakuya, how your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. I know, a corpse. Who would have thought?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't call it interesting, I call it a place of interest. It does make me wonder, the reason why she vomited blood obviously has to be connected to why she died. Okay, let's look at the magazine stand itself, I guess. Same shelf full of magazines, there's all different kinds of magazines here. Okay, so nothing important there. Oh, there's a dusty ass locker. Someone's probably hiding in there. There's a locker on the inside. Is a handprint? Someone smashing inside the locker? Or there was someone holding themselves in the locker like a shitty Android horror game? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
True.
It looks quite fresh too. See, someone was hiding there in the locker and they left behind something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid them there. I feel like that's a bit of a misdirect, don't you think?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. What?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we locked inside the room, right? What? That sentence made no sense. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point. Yeah, that's a useful piece of detail here. So then there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Maybe it was Sakura hiding in there. You know what you should do? If you're smart, you'd measure the handprint size and then measure everybody's hands and see who it is. There's no chance everyone has the same hand size. You get out a ruler right now. I mean, that's like so obvious, bro. What is you guys doing? That's what a real PI would do. Out this door. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. It doesn't have a lock. There's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. So that means the only way to get through is the smashed window, which only broke because I opened it. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door. You don't see it, but maybe there is. It's the camera. They won't even let you click on the cameras anymore. That's so sad. Alright, Byakuya, is it true that you talked with Sakura before she died? Make it quick. Is it true that, yeah? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. Yeah, I know. I just asked Aoi. How is that so impressive? I did receive a note to that effect, yes, but what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura at all today. But Byakuya says he doesn't go to see her. That's probably true. Well, until I can prove it, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. If you're finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Dang, okay, no need to be so standoffish. I know I never spent time with you, but still. Alright, who else is in this room? Is nobody in this room? I don't think there's anything else we can click on besides Kyoko, but I feel like we've already talked to her. But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she wouldn't go down without a fight. She certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in mind, body, and spirit. So how was the killer able to jump her? I wonder, did anyone jump her? Must have taken her by surprise, right? Certainly they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. At least Kyoko's dialed down the arrogance as an, oh, I instantly solved the case type beat. She's a little bit more inquisitive like you'd expect her to be. I think that's all about there is to do in this room. What else is there, bro? The clock? I guess is probably something with time, right? But we did that in the last trial. There's no way they'd repeat it again. She died an hour ago, okay. Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Oh shit, we probably got eye for an eye, 100%. We just got brought on, revenge style. And you know what, this is my prediction. We're gonna do the case, it's gonna get pinned on like Toko, and then we're gonna find out Monokuma did it, right? And Monokuma's like, you can't blame me. If you have to blame me, it's some indirect cause. And then it's gonna be me or Kyoko, right? And if it's me and Kyoko, then it's gonna be like, who's guilty? Pick one. And I probably will pick Kyoko because screw Kyoko. We're not friends. Oh, there's this here. There are 4 red balls. Oh, we get it. I got it now. I get it. So someone smashed the bottle on her head and the chest piece came out. That's how we know. There's obviously one missing. What I'm wondering is how they get the figures inside the bottle. Obviously the figure's made first and the bottle's made around it. It's no different from a standard ship in the bottle. You know, when the bottle opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. Of course I know what that is, Kyoko. What do you mean? So this is the Monokuma version of this. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Okay. Interesting. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of things little by little. Someone definitely on Sakura's head, and then she got wasted. But why vomiting blood, though? That still doesn't make sense. Either she was sick and then got jumped, or, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Somehow I feel like getting whacked in the head is not the correct killing idea. It's too simple, right? Now there's nothing left in this room. What else is there in this room, bro? Chairs? The chair was shoved against the doorknob so we couldn't get it open. There's no evidence that any kind of string. Yeah, we said this already. Why would you put two things that say the same thing? Got the doorknob for turning. There's no evidence that the door or chair being tampered with, so the killer must have created a lock from the inside, not the outside. Okay, so basically, the man's opened the door and locked it from the inside with the chair. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else we can do right now. So I've decided you'll go in my place. What? She's decided. Dang, she's a little more pushy than she used to be. Yeah, that's what getting married will do to you. Sakura wanted to meet the two other people. I have to hear what they have to say. Yeah, let's see what they have to say. Those other two people went back to their own rooms. Why would they, though? Wouldn't they also be interested in finding out who the killer is? Okay, let's find Toko first. She's the most suspicious. Ding dong, and after a few seconds... What up, Toko? This is an old cutscene. Huh? Who's there? Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay. What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack is no longer.
Dang, bro, she got that whole Luigi Smash Bros. Brawl Smash special, bro. She got the negative aura. The L soup.
I was in such a
Good mood
too.
Dang, Toko. Rip.
Hey, I was
hoping to talk to you about something. She slithered out in the hall. This is how we make her go Genocide Jackish again. I mean, this is so messed up, right? Like, when you think about it, what I'm doing right now is I'm basically activating a PTSD trigger. What? Look, I just did. I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? Yeah, I just said two, didn't I? Yeah, you should know about words, bro. You're a writer. Guess it's obvious, so can you tell me? I admit I did get a note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko didn't see her. But can I really believe her? Well, I guess I have to accept it as a fact. Is that good enough? I'm gonna go back to my room. And you know she's definitely got 20 12-inch dildos in there. Alright, let's see who's next. Yasuhiro. Watch him be the killer. You think Mans would learn his lesson about, you know, like he want to get out of the hot seat for a bit. But unfortunately, he's back to Brun as usual. What up, Makoto? Do you need something? Whoops. Hell yeah, I do. Fuck. I just skipped the man's. Oh wait, he's here. I was like, wait, hold up. Did I just delete this man's entire dialogue? Yeah, James wanted to check something. It was about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that? Did you gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? Yeah, dude, I can read the future. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, what? When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But she didn't write you a note? Sus. Yasuhiro mad sus. A note, she gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. Gotta be honest, this is hella sus. So then you went and met with Sakura. No, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely sus. And the last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then. Well, I'm here. Can you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. He was feeling around in his pockets. I should have asked it from everyone. He doesn't have the note either. He pulled his hands back out of his pockets. I saw something flutter to the ground. Something fell out of Hiro's pocket. The candy wrapper. Dun dun dun. Ah! He gets the wind. Hiro snatched it up again and shoved it into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash. Anyways, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with her, but I never... Ogre. Or is that just saying ogre? Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me... Dang, dude, why is everybody so sus? It's either Hiro or Toko, and I'm leaning towards Hiro. At least before the twist that they're inevitably gonna have, right? It's gonna be like, oh, it was actually Aoi. I'll definitely have to look again at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about that protein can. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So let's go to the chem lab, dumbass. What do you mean, where should I start? But yeah, you know, honestly, I don't think it could be Aoi. It's way out of character, and I'll be really disappointed if it turns out Aoi's the killer. There's no chance, unless it was by accident, or... That's it, yeah, it could only have been by accident. There's no way Aoi could have killed Sakura. And it's not me for certain, and it's probably not Kyoko either, because both of us were occupied. So that leaves Toko, who's probably not it, because she's scared to death of Sakura. It's not Byakuya, because he also doesn't want to fuck with Sakura. So that leaves Hiro, right? It has to be Hiro. But then how can it be Hero so soon after he was put under scrutiny in the previous trial? It makes a man wonder. Oh, Byakuya is here. Makoto, did you really have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was yes sir, I had no chance. No chance. Okay, clearly something spilled all over the ground here. Why can I not click on it? Hello? Something clearly spilled on the ground. This is my first time seeing this shelf, but it's so big I should take a closer look. Okay, like how do you need a closer look to see all the shit on the ground? It looks like there's 3 shelves that have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important, what's that powder that's been spilled all over the floor? It's G-Fuel Sonic color? Dang! I didn't know Sonic flavor was already out in Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. It's a broken powder bottle on the floor. Is this where the powder came from? Is that muriatic acid? It's Chem C4. You like to hear something interesting? Yeah, I was on the 4th floor this morning checking out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled later at the time of the incident. Yeah, maybe that's why she was violently coughing up blood, because she inhaled these toxic vapors. If that's really what happened, it must be related to the case. Obviously, what's C4? I guess we'll never know. See, this is why in any chem lab they always labeled all the bottles. You don't have no C4 nonsense, it will straight up tell you what kind of thing's in there. Got footprints in here too. Someone stepped in it too. These are footprints. Alright, quick, measure everyone's foot size. It's a size 11.5, therefore it must be Hero. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? You may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a paper and a pen. Well, let's go, chop chop. Dude, what kind of crap is this? Before long, I already got a sketch. I'm literally like the Watson, you know, of this group. Byakuya is like the investigator, and, you know, like the police guy, and, Kyoko is Holmes. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean, for me. So when you look at this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left those footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, did what they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. Clearly, they were fucking around at shelf A, yeah. Well, you could have told that without a floor plan. Makoto, are they yours? No, dude, measure our foot sizes. Okay, then let me see my ear. See, this is what I said. Check the shoes. See, your feet do appear to be too big. Oh, you know, the D's big too. Unfortunately, I must admit that these are not your footprints. Unfortunately, this guy's trying to get me executed. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints really are a valuable clue. Yeah, they are. Why wasn't it added into my evidence chart? I'll have no idea. Alright, let's check what's in cabinet A. Let's see what's on the shelf. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. So protein probably came from this shelf. All the containers labeled the letter A, so I guess this is where everything from A comes from. But wait, there's one bottle named C9 in the A cabinet. Someone put it there on accident? Trying to hide it, bro. Trying to hide it. So on this shelf, it looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. The B chems. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. Yeah, bro, lowering that activation energy. How are you this dumb? Surely you've taken, like, AP Chem. Isn't that kind of harsh? What? No, it's not, dude. Studying STEM is real practical application in the real world. The words of a loser. Which I suppose suits you well. You know, for once I agree with Byakuya. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess these can be considered about B shelf. What am I saying, bro? Why can I not read properly? And C shelf, finally. On this shelf is, one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals, and they all look like poisons and powerful chemicals. They're all labeled with the letter C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. Look, it looks like it's split into 3 sections. A has dietary supplements, B has reagents, and section C is lethal chemicals. What a weird combination of chems. And you never put edible chem next to dangerous things as well, or even in a chem lab in general. But what concerns me is that section A, there was a bottle with it from section C. So what about a bottle of poison? Well, why would it be there, basically? There's definitely something fishy here, clearly. Let's look at this bottle again. It's a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle is Chem C4. Oh, we already talked about this. There's a bunch of yellow powder on the floor. Better not leave a footprint. Should probably take a good hard look at that powder. It's a bunch of yellow powder on the floor. There's also remnants of the broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled C4. Also looks like someone left footprints. Alright, is it anhydrous sulfur? So that's my guess. Based on the positioning, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Bianchi, the powder would have to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Okay. Okay, let's check the rec room again. Why not? Being railroaded there anyways. I'm sure there's other sauce in this room too. Like this camera. What could it be? Told you. Sauce. Check what's popping in the rec room again.
Hey,
What do you have to say, Kyoko? How's your investigation going? Alright. I see. So along with Bianchi, they're both claiming they didn't see her, but someone has to be lying, obviously.
anyway,
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of the magazine, and the Monokuma bottles. These things have revealed new clues. You'll do well to look over them one more time. Fair enough. Look at the bottles. And Kyoko said she found a clue. What did she see? Oh, they're all different pieces, right? I see a pawn, I see a rook, I see... there's a hidden correlation between the bottles. Be careful and you'll find it out. Let's see, I see... Is that a bishop and a queen? What is the correlation? Hey, Kyoko, can you just tell me? Exactly. But giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. No, it's not, bro. That's just stupid. You're just dumb. It's not because you don't trust me, right? No answer? Bruh. I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottle has been updated in the truth bullets section.
hey,
There's also one other thing about the it's probably gonna be like some Leon type cheese. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind me helping me. You don't mind help? Well, if you explain things, I wouldn't mind, but right now, as of right now, no. Can you gather up all the pieces? No.
that doesn't
I've already done a thorough investigation, it's fine. And that obnoxious Bianchi is not here anyway, so...
then.
Anyways, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. Damn, I really got put on cleaning duty. What choice do I have? I better just do it. Took the broom and got to work. It's kind of a tragedy. We're piecing back together this bottle. And as I finish it up, sorry to keep you waiting.
then.
Is everything ready? Let's get to work. What kind of experiment are we
In other
doing?
words.
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Big brain! Big brain. Compare the weights of the bottles. Obviously. What are you talking about, Makoto? Because we're going to find out if they're from the chem lab or they're from there. That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen,
Alright, bro. We got the triple balance beam. Make sure you're getting that to correct sig figs, Kyoko. I better see correct sig figs. It's balanced. No, it's not. The bishop is slightly
In other
heavier,
words.
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. That's not true at all. There's obviously more mass in the bishop than there is in the pawn, which makes sense. The Monokumas are basically the same. Yes, no they're not. No they're not.
so then,
So then here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you put in one side. Now what would you expect to see? Normal assumption would be they'd be lighter, obviously. Did my best to collect them all, but there's a chance I could have missed
so
some.
then.
Okay, let's give it a try. Okay. I think you didn't tear the balance, Kyoko. How broken pieces heavier? It don't make no sense.
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put all together. Obviously the bottles weren't from there, they were from the chem lab. You don't need to be so smug about it, Kyoko. It's obvious. The bottle experiment. Imagine doing a science experiment in the middle of an investigation. That is a man's moment. What else do you want to investigate? Sakura, right? According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered about
Just a
her
second.
body. Just staring off into space isn't going to figure anything out. Yeah, obviously, but don't you think you might have to actually examine the body? Alright, I'll feel her up. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. It's kind of stupid almost. Like, how can you be this emotionally devoid? And no matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. That's totally normal. Yeah, then how can you? Imagine, because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Never live ones, though. Sorry, never mind. More importantly, look here. She was definitely a detective in the past, is my bet. Look there. Her shoes? First of all, what kind of yee-ass shoes got your own name on them? Like, what is that? Snickers? Sneakers? I ain't never seen something like that, bro. I ain't never seen what Ronald McDonald looking ass shoes. See that yellow powder in it? She definitely stood in it, obviously. Powder is clue number 1. No duh.
hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully. It's actually pretty difficult to spot, so I wouldn't even expect you to find it. Probably because we were too lazy to animate this one. She didn't suffer a single blow, but rather 2 blows.
Indeed.
2 blows instead. Interesting when you say. There's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands are spotless. There's no trace of blood on either one. That's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination is like a coroner's report. Can't believe she was able to learn all of that just by looking at the body. I sure can. I could have pulled it off too, dude. That was pretty obvious. Except for maybe the blows to the head part. That one is just kind of sus. What else do you want me to look at, Kyoko? It's all on you. Oh, I guess we're done. The experiment showed that the pieces of the glass on the floor were heavier. Yeah, and Sakura's body was sussin. Bottles all have something in common that she won't tell me. And Sakura's sussin. There's apparently a secret hidden in there. Alright, we'll look at the bottles again. Fuck it. Let's think about them some more. Something new. Something new. The king piece is obviously missing. Yeah, me neither, man. Well, I understand the results of the experiment. That one's obvious. But the bottle thing I don't really get. Unless you're trying to talk about the chess pieces. That's a knight, but there's no king piece, I guess. We also then figured out what the magazine stand is all about. Oh yeah, so this is what we were supposed to investigate. Oh, this magazine is upside down. Hey, and that's Kakuto Ladies Sex Magazine. Wow. Someone put it back that way on accident? And it catches your eye. It's important you explore it in detail. Yeah, probably. Picked it up and flipped through it. This is Toko. Toko's in here. On one word on each of the pages in each of the center of the magazine, a word has been written in bloody bold letters, and it says Toko. Could this be a dying message? This is the 3rd time that's happened.
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying
However.
message. But to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. I was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I put it back as I found it so that you could do the same stupid thing instead of us working together for some reason. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, someone could have planted it on her. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy, right? If anything, that makes me more sus. If anything, it's probably a Hero. Look, that hand must be left-handed, and the only left-handed person in this entire game is Hero. Got him. Oh, now it's trial time, huh? That was quick. That was really quick, actually. And straightforward. Oops, you caught me sleeping. You're Yeah, I know, right, Monaku? I know. It's so fucking boring. Can I? Yeah. Let's begin the clash trial. Okay, let's do it. In the next episode, that is. The mystery of the locker room is only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the clash trial. No, I have to make something happen. I mean, I kind of figured everything out already. This is really not that hard to solve. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a thumbs up. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.